Today we're diving deep into a blueprint from a group called DeReticular. And they're not just talking about an upgrade, they are calling for a total redesign of our world's most critical systems. Their goal, to get us from a fragile present to a resilient and truly sovereign future. So, where does this all come from? Well, it all kicks off with one pretty provocative question that really gets to the heart of their entire philosophy. Is the way we've built our modern world, with all its amazing technology, is it actually designed to break? And their answer? It's a huge, resounding yes. This quote from their manifesto really nails the urgency here. They argue that this isn't about fixing a few bugs. It's about a fundamental flaw in the very architecture of our civilization. So what is this fundamental flaw they're talking about? Well, that brings us right to the core problem DeReticular was created to solve, the weakness that's baked into a centralized world. Just think about it for a second. Our power, our data, our supply chains, they all run on these long, brittle lines. The source material uses the word reticular to describe this system, and it's a perfect word. It's like this fragile web, where just one break in a cable or one hack on a central server can trigger a total collapse. Okay, so this slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got linear fragility. That's our world right now. One little break, and the whole thing can just fall apart. But on the right, they're proposing spherical resilience. Now, this is the cool part. A network that isn't just strong, it's anti-fragile. That means it actually gets stronger when it's attacked or disrupted. All right, so how in the world do you get from that fragile line to this resilient sphere? It's going to take more than just some new tech. It really demands a whole new philosophy for how we build our world. And this is it, DeReticular architecture. And look, this isn't just about hardware or software. It's a whole new playbook for designing infrastructure itself, and it's built on 3 core ideas that completely flip the old model on its head. And these 3 pillars, they're designed to work together perfectly. First up, decentralization, right? You get rid of those single points of failure. Every part of the network can stand on its own. Then, the whole network is self-healing. A link breaks? No problem. It just finds a new path, instantly. But honestly, this third one, this is the real game changer, self-financing. By embedding financial smarts right into the system, infrastructure stops being this bottomless money pit and actually becomes an asset that pays for itself. You put those 3 together, that's how you get real resilience. Okay, a philosophy is great, but it's just an idea, right? You need an engine to actually make it go. For DeReticular, that engine has a name, RIOS. Yeah, RIOS is pretty much the brains of the whole operation. You can think of it as the operating system for this new decentralized world. It's designed to manage the flow of everything, electrons, data, even physical vehicles, all at the same time. But wait a second, in a world of deepfakes and constant cyber attacks, how can you possibly trust a digital system? Well, RIOS comes at this head-on. Its security is actually grounded in the physical world. It's all about creating a guaranteed truth that software alone just can't fake. So how does it do that? Well, every single device on the network gets what they call an unspoofable digital passport. This is so cool. It uses something called radio frequency fingerprinting to read the unique physical signature of the hardware itself. It's just like a real fingerprint. You can't just copy and paste it with software. It guarantees you know exactly which device you're talking to. And get this, the network doesn't just sit there. It actively defends itself. Every single node is also a sensor, creating this cognitive mesh. So if a threat pops up, say a signal jammer or a rogue drone, the mesh can triangulate its exact physical location in real time. We're not just talking about a digital firewall here. This is a real-world defense grid. So is any of this real, or is it just a cool idea in a lab? Oh, it's absolutely real. And that brings us to Project Octagon, where this whole blueprint is being put into action all over the globe. Now, DeReticular doesn't even talk about Project Octagon as a bunch of machines. They describe it as a single living organism. They call it a global nervous system, something designed to adapt and thrive, no matter what the world throws at it. And this organism has different parts, different nodes, each with a very specific job. You've got node 2 up in Canada, that's the brain, where the software authority lives. Then there's node 3 down in Arizona, the operational engine, basically the blast furnace where they test everything in the real world. And then you have node 4 in Uganda, the economic engine, which is all about proving how this system can create real economic independence. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. especially if you're a builder, a creator, or a developer. DeReticular isn't trying to do this all by themselves. They're actually opening the whole thing up, inviting people like you to come and build on top of it. And yeah, they're not exactly subtle about it. The call to action is loud, it's clear, it's urgent. They want people to show up and build the next layer for this new sovereign world. So, what's the mission? They're basically telling founders, take your decentralized ideas and bring them to the CodeLaunch Venture Forge competition. And the prize? Wow. Winners get a full professional dev team to build their minimum viable product for free. That is a massive opportunity. Their final message isn't some long, drawn-out speech. It's a direct command to the next generation of creators. Go, build, and win. It's a powerful statement of what they're trying to achieve. And that really brings us to the final, critical question here. After seeing this entire blueprint, which way are we going to go? Are we going to keep patching up the fragile, centralized systems we already have? Or are we going to start building a future that's truly sovereign? According to DeReticular, that choice, it's up to the builders.